Two pictures sit in Dina Blakely's office. One is a woman who may have saved her life. The other is the man who helped her fight for her life.
I've always said it's not if you get cancer, it's when you get cancer.
Blakely considers herself lucky.
Because when I was diagnosed, I knew it was coming.
Her mother was diagnosed at its earliest stages in 1979. Her sister was diagnosed at stage 4 in 2005. Her sister's diagnosis prompted Blakely to get regular mammograms. Her result always came back normal until the day after her 40th birthday.
I got a phone call from Dina on my cell phone, and she said, they found something on my mammogram. I think I got cancer, and she hung up the phone. And I'm like, what?
He was able to get a hold of me, and I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. I have to do a biopsy next week. And he went with me to the biopsy, and from then on, it was a joint venture.
Blakely also considers herself lucky because her husband helped with the healing.
I had somebody in my corner as my support team, making me laugh, making me get up and do what I needed to do.
We just decided that life is too short to take for granted, and that you could wake up tomorrow and your partner be gone.
Thanks to early detection and immediate treatment, Blakely was able to get through all of her cancer treatments in about 4 months. She is cancer-free today. Blakely was the keynote speaker at the Montauk County Relay for Life in 2011, the year she was diagnosed. She's taken part in the relay every year ever since. Blakely and her husband have advice for all adults.
Always, always, always get your mammograms.
Be supportive of your wife. Even if they're not diagnosed, just be supportive of them to get the screening, to get the testing, to be checked. Cancer doesn't pick and choose. I mean, it takes who it wants.
Reporting for KRCG 13, I'm Asha Zavala.
Suzanne Tillinger and Jackie Verdon had one brief encounter, but little did they know that 1 year later, their paths would cross again.
Our friend in common called us and she said, "You're not going to believe it, Jackie, but Suzanne was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 days ago. I was just diagnosed that day."
They both found out in March 2005.
My family is really healthy for the most part, so it was very shocking to get that news.
I went in and 3 hours later, they told me I had breast cancer.
Their treatment at Missouri Cancer Associates started up fast after they were both diagnosed.
I would go visit you on your day of chemo, and she would come visit me on my day of chemo, because it's you're there for quite some hours, and it can be pretty depressing.
But both decided to remain optimistic.
We had fun. We really did. We just had fun.
Jackie wanted to make it a party, even when they shaved their heads.
We had a hair cutting party, of course, with drinks and friends.
Jackie's not the only close friend Suzanne made during cancer. She also met Juanita.
We just developed a really strong friendship that now, even though Juanita's gone, her mother and father and I have developed a really strong relationship, and they are now grandparents to my kids.
I lost a daughter, but in the end, I gained another daughter with Suzanne.
I can't help but just think that cancer is one of the best things that's happened to me.
This diagnosis started out as a tragedy, but strengthened their bonds of friendship.
There's something different when you have a friend that's experienced what you've experienced. Just going through that together and just rising above that and not letting that define us.
In Columbia, Emily Thornburg, KRCG 13.